Spooky Buzz back with another video. Y'all, this is I just wanted to post this video of what Academic was talking about with Lil Durk and his case and who could be the cooperating individual on Durk's case, like the number two informant. And it kind of makes sense what he's saying, because I actually kind of thought this too, because if you look at how everything's going, it's not really nothing that they have on Dirk and the way Trench's news works. Like he's like a paid informant and he talks about being a paid informant. And I think what they're doing is getting information from him, which is what he's getting from the street and what he heard, and trying to do research off of that and stick something to Lil Durk. Y'all just listen to this.
On like how, you know, Durk was supposedly moving. This come from a guy who's from Chicago too. Listen to this.
Been Muslim for a while, but record that you got.
Here we go.
This record, wiped his record. He knew they was coming, Vlad. He wiped the whole record. Like we criminals. We ain't thinking about going and wiping no records, man. You got millions of dollars. Well, you ain't got to wipe your record. You know what I'm saying? Like you still could go overseas. You was going overseas with the record that you got. You know, so it's like he knew they was coming, man. And then the peace thing, like I tell everybody, it's a good thing, Vlad. Like he played people. That was a whole play. But it was a good thing. You know how you got kids still believe in Santa Claus, but you as a grown person know the truth. So let them kids believe that peace was real. Let them think that, you know what I'm saying, like them putting the picture up there, like it's a start somewhere. But that was a whole play, man. That whole situation was a play. You know, that was a play for Durk. He needed that. He tried to clean up his image so when they do come, you can say that in the court. I was under United Center, had the ops up there, you know, all that bullshit that he gonna try to run by them.
Man, look, I've been on this recently because I really had to think about this whole situation for a long time. Because being in hip hop, you always have access to people who are violent, who are criminals, that will do violent things in your behalf, that are still in the streets. But when I look back on my history, I remember I had to cut off a whole bunch of people some years back.
Here we go.
Be doing crimes. If you jump and suddenly I have to deal with it, selling their name. When you look at the taxes, I don't have anyone.
Go back to Von though, Vlad, because I got to talk.
Right.
Durk was scared of Von. That's just bottom line. Him and the rest of them. They knew what Von was into. They knew what type of animal he was before he got out of jail. Like they know, like this dude is a killing, you know. And they wanted to be around him. Von got the streets. Durk ain't got the streets. Von got the streets. They called him grandson. People thinking he King David grandson.
You see, that's interesting. I'm not fully believing it, but it's an interesting angle. But he's gonna go on to kind of detail where he feels that not Von, but like Von had the streets. Durk obviously wanted the streets because it's a different energy, but also they were almost pressuring him to be like, yo, bro, you ain't gonna do nothing, nigga?
He want that image. I'm gonna go back to Von though, Vlad, because I got to talk. Durk was scared of Von. That's just bottom line. Him and the rest of them. They knew what Von was into. They knew what type of animal he was before he got out of jail. Like they know, like this dude is a killing, you know. And they wanted to be around him. Von got the streets. Durk ain't got the streets. Von got the streets. They called him grandson. People thinking he King David grandson, you know. But the whole time it was an old guy who gave him that name, grandson. So he had all the streets, and then he got all the real members behind Von. Like all the real, Durk paying for friends. That's how I look at it. Durk paying for friends, man. All them guys with Durk, they pay. Everybody who Durk had with him, they end up being back in Chicago, and they saying bad things about him. Or they saying that he weak and he this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like he buying people. But Von, he ain't have to buy no people because people really know. Like if he say he gonna do something to you, he really gonna do it. Durk said nobody, oh man, get yourself, you know. But Von, they gonna be like, oh yeah, I gotta watch out for him. Von said he gonna kill me. You know, he was scared of him. They was scared of Von, man. And that was their downfall and destruction. Cause him.
Somebody says, Trench's news is biased for FBG. Don't like Durk or Von. He's a goofy. Oh, you think he's biased? Oh, okay. I didn't know. I know he definitely like FBG, but like I feel like again, it's important to talk to Chicago people because a lot of this shit where we were trying to understand it with Durk, bro, you have to understand true Chicago, not necessarily only politics, but what the streets are saying. Like, there's this whole thing of, oh, slide for Vaughn, and people like, oh, it's the fans who did it. Yeah, of course, there's a leveling part of that. But you don't think that the entire Chicago or all the guys around Dirk, when they're like, yo, bro, they're all looking at him like, so nothing, we ain't doing nothing? Like, I do think that's a thing.
Watch out for him. Vaughn said he gonna kill me. You know, he was scared of him. They were scared of Vaughn, man. And that was their downfall and destruction. Cause him, by signing, by getting, like, bringing him around the whole thing, bro. Some people you can't show the lavish life to. You just gotta leave in the hood and probably give him some pounds of weed or whatever you gotta do, man, to keep cool with him. But you can't go on this. You can't go with us. You know.
So you think that Vaughn's energy? Well, yeah. I mean, you could trace the situation back to Vaughn, obviously. So Vaughn being in his vicinity ultimately led him to his demise.
Yep. Because they couldn't tell
him.
Vaughn no. They scared of him. They can't. You can't tell Vaughn nothing. Anybody who you interview and you ask them that, if they say that no, you can't tell Vaughn nothing, if they don't say that, they lying. You can't tell Vaughn nothing. Like nothing, bro.
Well, the fact that Vaughn was gone and he still was running the show in a way is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Because the street's still with him. The street still want to get back for Vaughn. They want to get back, and you in the power to be around these dudes. You got the money, and like out of that's the only thing I was surprised at with this Dirk situation, Vlad. Like when they brought up the five guys on the screen, I didn't think Diddy would be there with him because that's Dirk's friend. So I definitely didn't think he was gonna be there. But I thought it would be like some people we seeing in these videos waving guns around and jumping around like monkeys. It wasn't none of them. All KFC workers, man, the janitors and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he went to the space station to go and get the guy with the glasses and shit. Like I'm disappointed in Dirk, man. I'm disappointed in Dirk, and he did it, y'all. So y'all get in the comments, he did it, not us. He did the shit. He went on the plane. He got all the millions. You wouldn't do this shit when you was broke. Don't do it when you get some money, man.
So what exactly is Dirk's criminal record? Because I remember.
Yeah, so it's basically me just giving my commentary on this video, like a kind of like a reaction video. He is biased when it comes to Dirk and King Von. He don't like them, so it makes sense that he would be telling the police things he's heard or he know about on them, and them to start working up a case against Lil Durk.
Talking to someone about this, and we're kind of going back and forth. I mean, was Dirk really in the streets, and was he really putting in work before he became a successful rapper?
I mean, he was like Dirk would do shit. Like he'll do shit, like rob people and stuff like that. Like he was into doing.
Anyway, interesting. So, chat, it appears that the police is trying to. So, this is me reading in between the lines, chat. This is me reading in between the lines. This is me reading in between the lines. The police want to charge Dirk for another murder for hire for the killing of Stefan Mack, which is because somebody slid for the death of D-Thing, which is Dirk's brother. Here's the problem. And that's their theory. They have some proof. They don't have enough yet. Or else I do think they would have rolled out the indictment. Unless they're looking to get other people and they're just holding it. But that might be the thing because they've revealed Dirk's name. But that could have been because of his other case in a detention hearing. Here's the thing, though. Again, I'm thinking out loud. Everything I just read in that search warrant, keep in mind that search warrant's from a year ago. Actually, it's from 18 months ago. It's from March to 2023. What that search warrant said is that they have a paid snitch. And by the way, I'm going to be honest with you. Is Trench's News, like, no disrespect to Trench's News. I'm not trying to disrespect him. He's from Chicago, right? This person who's CHS1, this is just someone who is in the streets that knows all about the politics and knows all about what's happening on the ground. They might not know everything about a crime. So they'll come and be like, yo, this is what the streets are saying. Yo, they saying that he slid on him for revenge. They saying that Dirk put money on his head. Yo, they saying it's that nigga AJ from Mike City. You get what I'm saying? So that person can't put Dirk in jail, but he could put Dirk in the investigation. That could be Trenches. I don't know. Not trying to put him in anything. I'm just saying that person who's getting paid $12,000 or got paid $12,000 over a couple years, that person is just doing their thing. Okay. What we don't see in this situation, we know that girlfriend was basically damn near telling, right? Girlfriend at first was trying to lie. Then she said, oh, no, it was my phone. And then she basically told about the AJ guy from Mike City. What's not in that situation in that case is none of the shooters are telling. So AJ and Marley, they're not telling. Both of them ain't telling. We're looking for the co-conspirator too. So there's some co-conspirators in there, but it seems like it's individuals they're investigating, not individuals they already know of, and either have chose to charge or got more information from them. Nothing told me that they have solid snitches in that case. What brings Dirk into that case, other than CHS1 saying, yo, the streets are saying that they got get back for D thing when they killed this dude, which the cops are going to look at, right? That CHS1, that's his job to come tell the cops, like, yeah, I ain't going to lie, them niggas who died over there by the warehouses, yeah, that's because so-and-so shorty got killed. So that's why them niggas got, that's their job to kind of tip the law enforcement off on how to investigate shit that they could lessen the amount of people to look at. So it appears that they're looking for just more information. And the only reason why Dirk is so much of a big case is that the shooters got super anxious about getting paid. Now, they don't necessarily mention how much they're getting paid, but they do mention getting paid. And they text each other back and forth about getting paid. And they're asking each other, yo, what's good with OTF? What's up with the payment? And then one guy's called on a jail call saying, yo, bro, why Dirk woofing and claiming that it was Tay-Town who did that? What the fuck? Basically saying, why Dirk not, Dirk need to check in and acknowledge the fact that we slid and killed the nigga who was somehow involved in his brother dying. So those are really big, important things, chat.
Yeah, so if y'all really pay attention to what Ak is saying, to me, that makes a lot of sense. It really does. And like on a serious note, I'm trying to figure out, why does Trenches News wear this face mask if people in Chicago know who he is and he's a paid informant and has taken a stand before? Like, I've been wondering that, like, why do he wear this mask if people know who he is? But I just want to show this video. Y'all leave y'all comments. What y'all think about this situation.
They've outlined it that Dirk would be a murder for hire, but they definitely need to figure out a few things. When did Dirk order this, right? Because the CHS1 thing is like, he comes with the, word on the street, Dirk had money on niggas' heads. Yeah, that's word on the street. Nobody. You see, in the Lil Pop case, co-conspirator 2, that shooter, he's going to be able to corroborate everything. That's going to be big. So they need a little bit more in this case to get Dirk on murder for hire. And I do think that's going to come in them offering a bunch of people deals. They're going to offer, I don't think maybe the shooters, but they'll offer, there's a bunch of individuals. I don't think they're under investigation, but there's a bunch of co-conspirators. Remember they said 2 co-conspirators came to the Youth Peace Center and they basically checked in and left? Well, those are going to either be charged with murder themselves or they're going to be accessories. Regardless, they could plead down probably. They could maybe plead down from a full murder charge to accessory if maybe if they could claim, yeah, nah, all I was told to do was to go there and be there at a certain time and just give a call to see if when that nigga comes. I didn't know they were gonna kill him. I ain't know. But I'll tell you who gave the call, and I'll tell you what I heard about blah, 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 and I'll tell you how Dirk fits in. Okay, we'll drop your charge, but you're now a snitch. You get what I'm saying? Perfect. So this is going to be super interesting, man. They're naming him. Again, I want to be very clear. They are not currently indicting him. But in a recently unsealed, that whole case is sealed. I do think eventually he's going to get charged. The whole case is sealed. I looked through the case on stream before. It's all sealed. So I think he's going to get charged. They're running all type of warrants. They're trying to flip people. I think he's going to get charged. But in his current case with Lil Pop, which I think they feel based on the snitches they have, and it's all about the cooperants, right? I keep telling you, like, most of this stuff, one thing, you know, y'all all gonna be like, yo, Dirk, you dumb as fuck, nigga. Like, you dumb as hell. Y'all gotta stop saying that. Anybody who decides to do a murder is dumb as hell. You're just gonna get caught. And when they get caught, you're gonna call them dumb. Because in none of these, you see a dead to rights situation with Dirk, where Dirk texts someone, did you kill bro and them yet? Did you kill so? Like, no, you don't see no message where he says, yo, after y'all kill him, just send me a video. I want to see the body on the ground. You don't see that. You don't see yo, send me a account number. I'm going to wire you the money for doing that shit for me. We don't see nothing from Dirk. We see the shooters or the other people who are thirsty for the money implicate Dirk. But if those people stand tall and don't cooperate, it's still hard to tie it to Dirk. If I had to break this down, and again, this is just me riffing here. I don't know. First of all, I think Dirk is probably innocent. I like Dirk. It's my guy. But if he did do these things, based on what I read, the pattern is this. Dirk never communicated directly with any people who did the killing, which I would imagine he's thinking, I'm being smart. Second of all, he would communicate with a guy that probably communicate with another guy, and that other guy would do the recruiting. Also, I know Trench's News says, yo, he was hella disappointed in Dirk because he thought it was going to be some of the guys who was waving around guns in his video. I think Dirk was trying to be smart by not having them around. Yo, that's why he's saying, yo, Buka, could you put that switch on for me? He's not going to have Buka do a fucking murder. You get what I'm saying? I'll be with Zoo and them. Like, he ain't going to have them do a murder. He's shouting them out in songs, right? Like, didn't he get at, I think it was almost a line kind of aimed at Keith where he's like, yo, I think it was Should Have Ducked or something. He's like, you got your man hot, but you named his name in the song, you got your man hot. Right? Like, so he's not going to, what he was doing was, he was getting a guy that he fuck with, he trusts. That's the only guy that could sink him. Right? The only guy who could really sink Dirk in the whole situation with, the only guy who could sink Dirk in the whole situation with Pop is Vonnie. Because Vonnie's on the jet with him. Vonnie's dealing with the money in terms of going to buy the ski mask, renting a car, and go get the room. Vonnie could sink him. But that's he's only attached to Vonnie. Afterwards, Vonnie is fucking with Dee Dee. And then Vonnie and Dee Dee says, I got a couple niggas, they're not from around where Dirk from, but them niggas, I know they certified shooters and they solid. I'm going to just go get them niggas and bring them in. Vonnie says yes, which means Dirk say yes. There's also no clear distinction. You're getting paid for this, which, by the way, might be out for Dirk. Because you know, if I'm Dirk, I'm going to claim, why would I need to pay my gang to go slide on an op about a nigga we all hate? In the nature of gangs, we all hate a nigga. I don't need to pay them to do what they should be doing already. Fuck you talking about me paying them. We all love Vaughn. Fuck you mean?